So Prometheus is a prequel to Alien. A lot like the Thing prequel that came out. I guess prequels were starting to become a thing in the horror genre because this movie came out in 2012 and the Thing prequel came out in 2011. Um, Plus, there was a lot of remakes during this time. We had like the 2009 remake with Jason and the 2010 remake with Freddy. Just a lot of that in the horror genre. They also try and make some new uh, aliens, but two of them are basically the exact same ones that we have in the other movies. We get like this octopus looking thing that is supposed to burst out of this girl's chest. So it's just a chest burster, but it looks different. Um, it does lead to a pretty cool scene that I had actually seen before that I hadn't seen the movie, but a lot of people showed that clip of, her performing surgery on herself to get it out of her because she did not want to have an alien baby for obvious reasons. Um, just crazy. Then we have an alien that shows up at the very end of the movie. It's apparently called a deacon, but it just looks like a new CGI monster. I don't know if they used practical effects or not, but it looks like, how a new series would introduce a famous creature like the Predator. Oh, not the Predator, the Alien. Because it looks a lot like the Alien, just, I don't know, them trying to make the special effects different. Like, it, I don't know. I didn't really like the look of it. Um, it might show up in Alien Covenant, I guess. The only different alien they have in this movie is like this grayish snake looking thing. And it leads to these two characters dying, which I didn't think they were gonna die. They die first. If you're not counting the aliens themselves, the engineers, because an engineer dies at the very beginning of the movie. But if you're just counting humans, they're the first to go. But they have like the smartest thing. They see dead bodies and they're like, fuck it, we're going back to the ship. But apparently, they fucking got lost and didn't make it to the ship. And what? They just didn't call in for help when they realized they got lost? Or were they too proud to? I mean, one of them was smarter than the other. I don't remember what his name was. It might have been Milburn. Fifield was definitely more brash. Even though he made a smart choice, he wasn't the brightest. So yeah, they just didn't call for help. The people watching on the monitors didn't realize that they got lost. Like, what the fuck? How'd they get lost? Um, I think it's most stupid that the smartest characters in the movie are the ones that die first because they see bad shit happening and they're getting the fuck out. But they get lost, and then Milburn's stupid ass tries to like talk to this alien, and like it's like a cat or a dog or something. Like, like if a cat hisses at you or a dog like growls at you, you go, "It's okay, I'm not gonna hurt you." And that's kind of what he's doing with like this snake alien looking creature. So of course it like wraps itself around his arm and won't let go. Um, then it ends up going in his fucking mouth. And he also like Fifield like cuts some of it off, but makes acid come out, just like a face hugger or any of the other aliens. And then it kills Fifield, but Fifield also turns into like this zombie like thing where he comes back to life and tries to kill a bunch of astronauts, and he actually does kill a few of them. Um, this movie's probably got some of my favorite kills in the series. I liked most of the kills in this movie. Um, the basic premise of this plot, though, since I didn't talk about that, is the fact that they want to meet the people that created them. At least two of the people on this ship do. And Wayland wanted true believers on board. And yeah, so we have some true believers that won't believe that they're actually going to find the engineers, which they do, but most of them are dead besides one. And it turns out the engineers actually don't like what they created and want to kill humans now. So they have to kill the engineer. But that is the climax of the movie. There's more to talk about. They do a little fake out with it where they tell us that Wayland is dead just to, like, show he's not dead. I don't know what kind of plot twist it is. We see, like, a photo thing from, like, 2091, and he's like, hey, by the time you see this, I'll be dead. And it's only a few years later. I get he was old, but I didn't believe he was dead. So, surprise, surprise, she stumbles into a room. Turns out Wayland's still alive. He lied about being dead. And she's like, oh, you were on the ship all this time? She asks why he lied. He doesn't really answer that. She asks why he's here. And he's like, well, I want to ask them a question, of course. How to prevent myself from dying. I don't get... Like, I can understand not wanting to be cryogenically freezed. But at the same time, death is avoidable in the alien universe. You know, you could just put this rich asshole in a cryogenic freezer forever until, you know, you find out a way to prevent death or something. I'm sure he'd be fine with it because he wouldn't be dying. But I guess we need him here for some reason. And he has a bit of a lame death. I liked most of the other deaths in the movie. We also got an android here, and they fucking had Michael Fassbender play him for some reason. Some people say he looks just like an android, and I guess I can see that. But I feel like he's an actor known for being a really good actor. Like, take the X-Men movies, for example. He's a standout, you know, he has a great performance in First Class, in Apocalypse, and even Days of Future and Past. Can't say Dark Phoenix. I watched that like once and I didn't like it. I don't know if he really had a good performance on that or not. But he acts his ass off in movies he's in. And you're going to have him be like a dry android? He does a good job, but I'm just surprised that they had him be an android. And yeah, androids are back. We obviously haven't seen them since Alien 4, since both the Alien vs. Predator movies did not have them. He gets his head ripped off by the engineer, and of course he survives that, because it's like he's an android or whatever, and he didn't exactly get destroyed. He also kills Holloway, I think was his name, who is the main character, the only girl that survives. Husband. And he, like, never admits to it. I don't believe she found out either. But they're working together at the end of the movie. And he even has, like, a line about, I know we've had our differences, so can you help me? And he's like, oh, I can help you get off this planet. Because he knows how to control the alien spaceship. And, you know, that's the only way off the planet now. They used the fucking spaceship as, like, a wrecking ball into the engineer's spaceship. Because, you know, it wasn't a spaceship with weapons. So they basically had to commit suicide to stop the engineer from destroying the Earth. And yeah, for some reason they're just like working together now. That's very strange to me because he fucking killed her husband and she doesn't even know it. But yeah, that's Prometheus. It's a strange movie, but I liked it.